I am honored to continue off our CO2 safety segment with a huge leader in the agriculture space, Vidya Herbs. Vidya Herbs is one of the leading global manufacturers of plant extracts and essential oils in the world. Vidya Herbs is also a proud partner of CO2Meter and just recently expanded their operations that are based in India to the opening of its newest extraction facility, the first in the United States, located right here in Bunnell, Florida. What this has to do with CO2Meter, you might be asking? Well, one of the key components in the extraction process is carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide acts as a solvent and allows for much more effective extraction of plant substances. Today, I'm excited to give you an exclusive look at a live tour of the Vidya Herbs facility and get a chance to talk one-on-one with Dorian Gutierrez, production manager at Vidya Herbs, so we can understand just how their operations work, how gas is being used throughout the plant process, and how they are utilizing our CO2 solutions in the space.
All right, everyone. So I am here live at Vidya Herbs in the heart of Bunnell, Florida, and I'm honored to be sitting next to Dorian Gutierrez, product manager at Vidya Herbs, who has just taken us on an incredible facility tour, and I'm excited to get a little bit more one-on-one insight. So before we get started, Dorian, can you tell us just a little bit more about Vidya Herbs and your role here?
So Vidya Herbs is an international-based company. We have 7 facilities throughout the world. This is the 7th in the U.S. My title is production manager. However, I've been involved heavily in the research and development of getting locally grown and sourced Florida saw palmetto berries and turning it into oil form, extract form.
Excellent. I know we saw in this facility too that this is definitely your passion.
Yeah.
We can see that absolutely. Could you tell us a little bit? You mentioned, being a leading global manufacturer of plant extracts and essential oils. You guys are based originally in India,
Correct.
and this is your first U.S. branch.
Correct.
So why Bunnell? I'm curious.
Bunnell because it is out of the way. There's no manufacturing facility of this capacity currently, and we wanted to be in the heartland of all the palmetto berry growers. And it makes the most sense to source locally, straight from the source, right? So taking berries here and partnering up with people that have integrity and want to focus on quality has been the most important aspect of extracting this oil specifically from the berries.
Excellent. And we've seen too with your facility just how large this process is in the operation. It really is distinguishable against anything that we've seen in extraction. Let's talk more on the gas. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
Carbon dioxide obviously is a vital component in the extraction process. It can be used as a solvent. Can you talk to us a little bit about how you're using gas, specifically CO2, in your process?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're using liquid CO2 that's provided from air gas, and we're taking this liquid form, we're pushing it through a cryogenic system, which is a pump that pushes into the system of extraction. We're taking that liquid form primarily at a certain pressure. We're applying it to our extraction vessels that contain our material, which is the ground salt palmetto berries, and we're increasing the temperature or decreasing the temperature based on the compounds that we're seeking to extract. Once that CO2 turns into a gaseous form, then it's going back into a storage tank on the system itself and condensed into a liquid form to be reused throughout the entire cycle of extraction for one shift. At the end of the cycle, we are collecting as much as we can, recycling it back into the tank, and some of that gaseous form goes right back out into air gases, 60,000 pound CO2 tank, gets recondensed into a liquid form, and then at the very end of extraction, we're releasing very little CO2 gas into the atmosphere.
It's actually remarkable. I think one of the things that really highlights it for me is just seeing how many different applications can use CO2 and how vital it is in a lot of these processes. And you said it in a lot of different stages. But with that, obviously, you mentioned the gaseous form. There are hazards at hand, and I wouldn't be here today without CO2 solutions.
Absolutely.
So I would like to ask, especially being the production manager, when it comes to technologies in the space, specifically CO2 solutions, how are you using CO2 solutions, if any, in order to either ensure safety, gain analysis, create control? Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have CO2 multi-sensors placed specifically throughout the facility that would allow us to detect if there are raised levels of CO2 in the atmosphere. And we want to make sure that all of our employees are safe every time they come to work. And if there's any leaks that happen inside of the extraction equipment or even our pilot system, we want to be aware and very cognizant of how we're approaching these situations and making sure that everyone is leaving safely.
And we really take pride in that as well. And we're glad to have this partnership with you, Dorian. It's nice to see people that really understand the awareness of it and generating that awareness in their facilities to not only be using the gas, but really be safeguarding their establishment, employees, and staff who are working around these gases every day. So we appreciate you, Dorian, for letting us come to the facility, be able to get such an incredible tour, and hopefully be able to share with you all a little bit. And not only that, but really sharing your all's operation, not on a global scale, but here in the community, which is really exciting for us. So lastly, Dorian, if there are individuals that are watching this that would like to learn just a little bit more about Vidya Herbs, or maybe even connect with you individually if they can, where could we take them?
Absolutely. So if individuals would like to seek out more information about Vidya Herbs, you can visit the website at www.vidyaherbs.com. You can also look for Vidya Herbs USA on LinkedIn, where you will find my profile as well if you would like to reach out directly, or you could look for updates on LinkedIn for any future developments that we have coming up in the next couple months.
Excellent. Well, we're excited for it. Thank you
absolutely.
for this opportunity and taking time out of your incredible operation here at Vidya Herbs. So until next time, we appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate your visit.
Here, so this is the employee entrance. So first person in, if something's going off, they're going to see it. They're going to see the audio and hear the hear the audio, see the visual at the same time. So
yeah. So next week I'll be starting at 7 a.m. and I'll be
you're first person in.
Yeah, I'll be coming in first person with my tech, and then we'll have QA and warehouse manager coming in at 7 too.
Okay.
So all of us are going to be able to see
this right when you walk in the door.
Yes.
So in here, this is our supercritical CO2 extractor. So this is based out of France. This is their straight edge machine. So that's the pilot system. That's only 500 milliliters. These three vessels, they're 400 liters apiece each. So the capacity is 1,200 liters full. And the amount of pressure that I can push into it is 15,000 psi in a single run. So right now what happened is the first vessel is depressurizing and moving some of the CO2, so we're recycling it into the second vessel. They're going to equal out in pressure, and then it'll continue extracting both of them at the same time.
Okay.
Yep.
So are they always all three running at the same time, or do you? No. Okay.
So it depends on what you want to do. So if you want to run all three of them at the same time, you fill all three up at the same time, and then you run extraction as if it's 1,200 liters.
Okay.
If I want to do, let's say, production, I just want to do one single column, run that to completion, then I would move on to my second one, and then to the third. And then at that time, you can take out the trash, basically, the waste.
Clean
dump it
vessel.
out, or clean it, and then refill it and put it back in the machine, and then continue on.
Here's another sensor. So I had this one installed just in case. So this side is going to be production for the powder form. So I'm making the oil on this side, and then I'll be transferring the oil on this side, refining it, and then I'll be putting it in through the powder process.
Okay.
So then I can sell it as a bulk supplement ingredient, and then whoever buys it, they can just put in the formulation.
Okay.
Yeah.
here, and we have also the alarm up here. So this actually worked out well because one of my seals in the pump failed, and the levels went to 9,000 ppm, literally in 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
So the lights were flashing. I went back up front, looked at the levels, and okay, so I gotta completely depressure my machine. The vent line is going up this way, and I released all the pressure, and immediately the levels started to subside.